Hi Aries, here is your general reading for the month of July 2017. I just want to say a couple of things. I don't normally like to talk too much before I get straight into your reading, but this month of July coming up is going to be 1 year that I started to do readings on YouTube. And I do remember back when I first started, the readings were terrible, really, and I think that was more to do with maybe a lack of confidence that I had in my ability to read the tarot. But I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody that has continued to view my channel throughout this first year, and to everybody that has subscribed to my channel, and also to everybody that has chosen to ask me to do your personal readings for you. It's always a privilege for me when somebody asks me to do their personal reading. And the fact that you all view me month after month just means such a great deal to me. I also love how all of you do leave so many comments, be them positive or negative. I love the way that you all interact with each other in the comment section. You all seem to offer help and advice and further guidance to each other, which I think is fantastic. I certainly couldn't continue to do these readings without you guys viewing and liking. So just a massive thank you to everybody, okay? Now, this is for Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate with you. If it doesn't, then please check one of the other signs in your birth chart. Now, this is a general reading in terms of I'm not going to just focus on love or finances or on a particular area. As we go through each card, it may become evident that we are talking about a particular area of your life, but we'll just go through and see what each card shows. I have also decided to use one of my oracle cards from John Holland from the Psychic Tarot. So I have pulled one of those cards for you, which we will talk about at the end of the main reading. Now, the issue at hand for this month of July, we do have the Five of Wands. Now, the fives do talk about change, uncertainty. They can talk about conflict and challenges. When this Five of Wands is in the reverse position, it can sometimes talk about how maybe there is a particular area of your life that you are trying to avoid conflict. And because you're trying to avoid having this conflict or arguments with either one person or a group of people, it may be restricting you from asserting yourself. There may very well be a particular area of your life that you might need to speak up, but you might be worried or concerned that if you do speak up, it's going to cause an argument or conflict. So that's something that in this month of July, it seems that you're really, really trying hard to avoid. But the thing is, you may be trying so hard to avoid the conflict, but in the same time, maybe internally, there may be some anger brewing inside you. There may be an element of sadness. Because it may feel as though you are the one that is having to compromise here. Now, the effects of the recent past. We do have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse position. Now, yes, if we're talking about relationship situation, okay, the threes in the reverse position quite often can talk about a third party situation. Now, if this reading is talking to you, or is going to talk to you more about a relationship in your life, then maybe for some of you, it may be that there has been a third party interference or situation going on. But what the Three of Pentacles can also talk about in that reverse position, again, it can talk about how there may be somebody else around you that is trying to exert their power, that is coming across very controlling. And if that is the case, then that may be why you on some level are feeling restricted with this Five of Wands energy in being able to speak up. Because if this other person is exerting this power and is being very controlling, you may realize that if you stand up to that person, it may very well cause some arguments or conflict. The Three of Pentacles in that position as well can talk about how there may very well be a lack of growth or advancement in some area of your life. For some of you, a relationship. For some of you, career related. Now, up here in the present, we do have the Ace of Wands. Now, the aces do talk about beginnings, new beginnings. The fact that this ace is in the reverse position, it may be that you may, in the month of July, for some of you now, get to a point where you are kind of thinking, what do I really want to do with my life? Where do I really see my life going? It may be that in some area of your life, you know that you want a new beginning. But you may be struggling to know what that new beginning looks like or is going to look like. And there may very well be options there for a new beginning. But it may be that those opportunities are still on some level not mirroring what it is that you truly want. Also, the Ace of Wands in the reverse position can talk about feeling weighed down. Weighed down maybe by commitments and responsibilities. Because directly before that Ace of Wands, we've got that Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Wands talks about feeling weighed down. Having too much responsibility on our shoulders. And it may very well be in the month of July that that weight is still there. Those responsibilities or commitments are still there. And that may be creating an obstacle in order for you to progress or move into a direction that you want to go into. It may be financial responsibilities. And you may really want to go in a different direction when it comes to your career. But you may not be financially secure enough, or going in that direction that you want to go into may mean that your finances could become slightly unstable. Now, here, in regards to a positive or negative advice, we've got here the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse position. Now, the thing with this Ten of Pentacles in this position is it can talk about financial insecurity. And it can talk about a lack of stability. It can talk about something getting in the way, either in regards to you feeling stable and secure. Now again, some of you this could be a relationship. For some of you this can be finances. The thing is, like I said, some of you may really be wanting to go down a new path here. But you know there's going to be risks involved. And it is very possible that those risks could create a situation whereby your finances, as I said, could become unstable, and that could be preventing you from taking an opportunity or even creating an opportunity in something that you want to do. Because I just feel for a lot of you, if this is talking about a work or career situation, you're feeling as though there is a lack of growth and advancement in what you're doing. But you know, if you go steaming ahead and try to do what you want to do, then it, as I said, it could create this instability here. Now, in the next position of positive or negative advice, we do have here the Ace of Swords, which is in the upright position, okay? Now, you do have 3 out of 4 aces on the table today. The only one you haven't got is the Ace of Cups, which does talk more about your feelings and your emotions. The Ace of Swords, it talks, when it's in that upright position, again, it talks about a new beginning. But a new beginning in terms of your thinking and your thoughts. It can be a breakthrough moment, that kind of aha moment. It talks about gaining a better understanding, either a better understanding of what it is that you want, or a better understanding over an issue that is creating concern to you. It's like a fog starts to clear in your mind, and you can start to see things clearer. And when you can see things more clearly, it means you're able to deal with those things in a better way. Now, next to it, in your environment position, we've got the third ace. We've got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse position. Now, again, as I said, the ace is the new beginning. And when we see the Ace of Pentacles, it can talk about a new beginning in terms of our material world, our finances, our home, our career. And it may be that finances are going to be restricted in this month of July. Maybe you have been hoping for a loan to come through, or a pay rise, or something in connection with your finances, and there may very well be a delay with that. For some of you, it could be that a new opportunity presents itself in terms of your career. And you may decide that it's not what you really want. So you may be the one to decline that offer. For some of you, you may have been hoping to have enough money to be able to move. And again, there may be a blockage on that in this month of July. Now, in your best path to follow position, we do have the Queen of Cups here in the reverse position. Now, the Queen of Cups is not gender specific in these readings, but it could be talking about somebody in your life, Scorpio, Cancer or Pisces. But it could as well also be talking about your energy, not necessarily somebody else here. And when this Queen is in this reverse position, it can touch on a similar message as with the Five of Wands, because it can talk about, there we go, excuse me, my dog has decided to get in on the act again. I'm just going to pause briefly to let her go out. I actually don't think these readings would be the same without my dog making an appearance every now and again. The thing I was saying about that Queen of Cups is, again, it can talk about somebody that is feeling as though, is feeling restricted again, or is feeling forced to restrict how they really feel inside. See, what I think a lot of this reading is talking about is that whether this is a relationship for you, or whether this is to do with your career, you're wanting, you may very well have gone through a phase or be going through a phase still in this month of July of trying to work out what it is you really want. That Ten of Pentacles in the reverse position, when it comes to relationships, it can talk about there being a lack of commitment. A lack of commitment between two people. See, the Ace of Swords is going to bring clarity to you. It's going to give you the clarity there on what it is and what direction you really want to go in. And that Ace of Pentacles could either be talking about maybe somebody else blocking the way forward that you want to go, or you blocking what somebody else is offering because it's not the way, the direction that you want to go in. The thing with this Queen of Cups, if you continue to restrict how you feel inside, your emotions are going to build up and build up and build up. Till in the end, that Queen of Cups then reaches a boiling point where all those emotions come spilling out. If you feel there is something you need to speak up about, whether it's to your partner or whether it's to somebody at work or your family, you need to do it. Maybe do it in the right way, not in a conflicting way, an argumentative way. I just feel there's things that you want to say to someone. Now, the outcome for July, we do have the Five of Cups here. Now, yes, when I see the Five of Cups, sometimes I can think about a third-party situation. Purely because the Three Cups are spilt. It doesn't always have to talk about sadness and loss. It can talk about disappointment. It can talk about things haven't worked out the way you thought they were going to work out. The thing is, there's still good in this card. There's still positivity. There's the Two Cups still standing here. It's very much about turning around and looking at what is still standing, what is still positive in your life. Don't focus so heavily on these Three of Cups. And it's going to be different for all of you. I'm going to clarify the Five of Cups just to see if we can get any further information. Give me further messages on this Five of Cups. Need further clarity. Why is the Five of Cups here for the outcome? Why is the Five of Cups here? Right. We've got the Hierophant here. It's number 5 in the Major Arcana. And it is in the reverse position. Now, the Hierophant can be a card that talks about tradition. But it can also be a card about unlocking the truth here. Now, it may be that somebody is not being entirely truthful with you. is maybe only telling you a half-truth or half of the story. You may feel as though some information is missing or being kept from you. But you know, it could as well be talking about how maybe on some level you're not being entirely truthful to yourself. That if you are restricting or feeling restricted in being able to speak up, if on some level you are burying your head in the sand, because if there is an issue to deal with, you know it may create conflict and arguments, and you don't want to do that. So you may be burying your head in the sand. You may be the one that is trying to suppress how you are really feeling and not being entirely truthful to yourself here. Now, the oracle card I got for you, it's number 18 in the major arcana of this Psychic Tarot Oracle deck, and it's called Shadow. And it really is a beautiful card. I do really love these cards by John Holland. The colours are so bright and vibrant. Now, the Shadow card, in terms of the normal Rider-Waite Tarot, it is very similar to the Moon card. But I'm going to read from the book what this Shadow card talks about. This card represents emotions, sensitivity, and a reminder that nothing in life is at a standstill. This is a world of constant flux, and one thing is certain, everything changes. This card is calling you to take action. The time is now when you may have to face your worst fears and look into the dark shadows of your soul. You must learn to confront what you've avoided and walk courageously through it. Always know that life naturally revitalizes itself, and as it does, so do you. The Shadow card promises that there's light at the end of the tunnel. Recognize that by no longer denying your past and letting the tears fall. You'll discover the diamonds in the treasure chest of your soul. This is a cleansing process to wash away and clear out what was once avoided, ignored, or pushed aside. This card indicates that this is a time when your psychic sensitivity may be quite intense. Learn to open up to it, or if need be, to turn it down. Your body is one big psychic antenna, so just remember that you are in control of how high or low you want the reception to be. Mother Earth can assist you in this period of change, sensitivity, and healing. And really that card just backs up what, to me, this whole reading is talking about. That in some area of your life, you are restricting what it is that you are really wanting to say. You're either feeling restricted by other people, or you yourself are feeling as though you can't speak up because you're scared it may cause conflict. But I think for those that are resonating with this reading, in this month of July, it may very well be the time to deal with this. Okay, Aries, Thank you so much for watching, and have a great July. Thank you. Bye.